Hope you can stay with us because right after today's show, we have a brand new Jackson show premiering. Highlights from the Jackson High School Halloween concert today at 3, 7, and 10. Oh, and 7:30 and 10:30. Josh and Dave look at the regional final football games this weekend on JTV Sports. Opening tomorrow night, Center Stage Jackson's Chitty, Chitty, Bang, Bang, and we have director Lisa Kreiderman. Hi, Lisa.
Hello. Thanks for having me on
again. Yeah,
again.
you excited?
I'm so excited. A little nervous, but mostly excited.
So opening night tomorrow night, and it's back at the Bauman Theater, which has not been open for several years.
Yes, we've been so excited about getting back home. We call it our home because that's where we normally perform our big shows. We call it our main stage, and it's all renovated and cleaned up after their fire. So we are super excited to be back home.
So we've got 2 weekends. This is opening weekend and tomorrow night. Tell us a little bit about the story. I remember a movie.
Right, starring Dick Van Dyke, one of those classics, that era, the Mary Poppins and Bedknobs and Broomsticks and that kind of era of special effects, a little hokey and wholesome and beautiful. So it's a story of a single dad. He's an inventor and he needs to make his next big invention happen. And his children kind of come across this junkyard car and they love it. They fall in love with it. And it used to be this great race car. And the dad kind of takes it under his wing and tries to fix it back up. And there's a little magic in the car left over.
Yeah, because I think it flies.
Well,
maybe.
All right. We're going to cross our fingers and hope it does.
Well, so the movie, they can do things.
Right.
On stage,
And on stage, we kind of trust our audience to come along with us and use their imagination. We do our best to create some effects, and then we trust that our audience kind of imagines along with us, take them for a ride.
Well, you brought some photos from rehearsal.
Yeah, we have a great photographer that comes along, and I left the watermark on there for him. Jeff Wilson with Event Photography came to one of our rehearsals and took some pictures. There's the Potts family and our Toot Sweets Candy Factory, and what else do we have?
How big is the cast?
Cast is about 30. We got some song and dance numbers.
I do remember the movie.
And Truly Scrumptious is a great character name, and some great jokes that go along with that.
And there's Grandpa. Is that Grandpa?
Yeah, the Grandpa was in one of the first pictures there. It's our inventors, crazy comedic relief there. A team of inventors that try to help Grandpa fix up a car once they get to the foreign land.
And it's a musical.
It is a musical, yes. There's lots of music, some dancing, and some great character work.
Do you have a pit orchestra?
Live pit orchestra, yeah.
Awesome. And is there a villain in this show?
Oh, there's lots of villains. Yeah, there's spies and villains, and yes.
Who was in the cast? Can you tell us some of the actors?
So we have some returning people. Truly Scrumptious is one of our returning ones. Amanda Frericks is our return, and the leading man is Craig Plazani, and he's been in some shows with us as well. Both of them were in Jekyll and Hyde.
Okay.
Yeah, they were on stage with me in Jekyll and Hyde. New to our cast is the Grandpa was new to our cast, Andrew West. There are several. I knew that you were going to ask that question, and now I'm going to start naming people and forget.
Well, it's got some kids in it, too.
The kids are Isaac is Jeremy, Isaac Tello, and he was in one of our youth theater shows and played one of the leads there. He was Mowgli in Jungle Book. But Jemima is new to us. Actually, this is her first show ever. She's a 7-year-old, brand new. So keep an eye on her. She's a character off stage, too, so she's a lot of fun. Her name is Madeline Lawrence. And her mom plays the Baroness, so they're fun to have on stage together.
That helps. It's hard to get a 7-year-old to rehearsal.
Right. Yeah.
You chose this play, and I know you want to present at least once a year something that has mass appeal for the whole family. This sounds like you got it.
Yes. This is our family show, and then we try to do something maybe a little more edgy for the crowd that likes that as well. We try to appeal to everyone.
And being back in the Bauman Theater, you've got new lights, you told me before the show?
Yeah, so one of their renovations, that JC had the big well, not a big fire, but they had a fire that did some damage, and one of their plans for renovation was that they updated all of their lighting. So every light bulb in the theater has been changed and updated in a brand new lighting board. So our lighting designer is super excited to learn a new system and play with all the new stuff that's in the theater.
And you moved into the theater?
We have. We've been there for about 3 weeks now.
It's a lot. People aren't familiar with putting a show on, don't realize that it's literally months of prep.
Yes, we've actually been working on this show since August. So auditions and actually planning since July. So yeah, it's been a lot of work, and we're tired and excited and cannot wait to see the audience in the seats and hearing them enjoy the show.
So will you do like a full dress rehearsal
We've
tonight?
actually been doing dress rehearsals since Monday, so we've been practicing, because that's part of the practice, is you got to be in your costumes and get to the next costume and move all your props around and the scenery changes and things. So we've been practicing those things.
What's the most challenging part of directing Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
This is a big set. There's a lot of set pieces, a lot of moving pieces, and obviously the car. This is a lot. So my tech, we call him the tech director, Preston Judd, and he's one of our returning people. He's been in the area for a long time. This has been a big challenge for him, and so we've leaned heavily on him. So, and the set pieces are beautiful, so I think people will be very impressed with that.
Nice. Yeah, Preston Judd, he's great. He's been on stage and behind.
And he is on stage as well, which has been a challenge for him. He's had to split his time to learning lines and rehearsing and being in the scene shop.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it, and there's 6 opportunities.
That's right. And maybe you should come to all 6.
Well, I guess you could.
You could.
It's Friday and Saturday. What time?
7 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, Sundays at 3 p.m. Tickets are available on our website. There's a link on our website. There's also a link on Facebook. And there were some incorrect times listed on some things, so please double check your times. 7 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, 3 o'clock on Sundays.
Awesome. Well, have a great show, Brick Leg.
Thank you so much for having me here today. Appreciate it.
You bet. Opening weekend for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang from Center Stage Jackson, directed by Lisa Kreiderman. Well, we've run out of time. Thanks to Lisa and everybody who have spent time with us here today. We sure appreciate it. Thanks to our great crew. I don't know how we do it without you guys. Thanks, Brandon, Dave, and